Oh, what's up, chat? It sucks because we don't have the thumbnail that I need because I'm waiting. It's bad. I gotta move this. And we should have ready. What's up, chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Should be ready.
Have to worry about sending anyone home today. It's just about sending people through to the next stage of the competition. So
yeah, I'm not supposed to have this thumbnail, but like I don't have the thumbnail that I need right now. They didn't update it.
Saw a couple highlights there as well from the previous weeks.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Ice Cash and V. What's up? What's up? Welcome.
A little bit up in the air here.
Yeah, no question about it. Zitlalix definitely the dark horse in this competition, I would say, especially of the teams remaining. The fact that they have to go through Undream is going to make it that much more difficult. I was really surprised by how well Zitlalix performed in those first week matchups. I think they caught a lot of players and a lot of teams off guard, but they have, like we said, are going to have to really crank it up here heading into the competition. Shisui, Puedes, Zyrax, all part of that former TLE squad, and you got Fabuloso and Shisui, or rather Fabuloso and Titio, who have been mainstays, especially in the LATAM region for a long time. So Titio has been around arguably longer than pretty much anybody in North American competitive Call of Duty Mobile. Obviously, when Mexico was competing in the LATAM region, he went back and forth a little bit, but no question.
Hopefully they updated him, man.
He's one of the OGs of COD Mobile competitive.
It's serious.
We're getting all of our headshots in here too for the second half of this. Everyone now getting to kind of put a face to the name at home if you are trying to become more familiar with some of these players. But Tom, on the flip side of things, we have Zitlalix here hoping to really clinch that spot if they can.
We stream on board.
I kind of agree with the sentiment from Bobby. They have impressed.
So we got this matchup, UD versus XT, and then we got Fallout versus Old Mythic, whatever they're called, Old Mythic, something like that.
So let's see how things are going to go for them. But yeah, interested.
And obviously the Fallout guys, the NA Fallout is has the players of Rabalo, Jez, Veg, and I don't know the other guys on my head.
Overall numbers here for both of them so far in the competition, but also all of the strategy.
What is here from XT? New players, I believe, comp players.
Going back,
you know,
the VODs, kind of learning whatever limited information they could for figuring out map pools and gameplay, etc. That all of that.
I don't think any of them are pros.
Favorites heading in this match.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are pros. I think they're comp players.
Average for Undream, just absolutely absurd numbers out of those guys. So that's not something that's super surprising. Once again, going back to the amount of experience that they've got, but also the work that they've been putting in recent seasons. They are the favorites in this matchup for a reason, even though they might not be averaging quite as many kills. Part of that probably due to the fact that they're winning matches more quickly as well.
His voice is not synced up. I think. I'm not sure. I might be tweaking. What's Rabal's team called? NA Fallout. That's what they're called. NA Fallout.
The challenge finals as the first team in North America to do a ton, as we're starting things off with a Hacienda Hardpoint, a nice little classic series here for you.
Yeah, there's nothing too crazy going on here. But a Slums and Coastal finish, I suppose that, you know, it's two of the newer maps that have come into the pool. So for some of these teams, it has been a case of just learning on the job. Of course, some of them will be well versed in them. But I mean, the first three are super comfortable for any of these two teams. I think if you're Undream, you will be happy with those as well. But the Hardpoint and the Search and Destroy come up map number 4 and 5 could throw something different in there. So yeah, we'll see. But nothing too out of the ordinary.
Well,
yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say, I feel like the best chance that Zitlalix were going to have was to throw a curveball in there and try to force kind of an unexpected control map.
Not even myself. Yeah, it's like the stream. It doesn't feel synced up. That makes sense. Is Rabalo playing today? They play after the series. They are the second series. Maybe I can go back and... I kind of like started late because I started late because I was waiting, or not waiting, but I was looking like, where's the thumbnail? Because I'm supposed to have a thumbnail, but they didn't send it. So I'm like, damn, yeah. Are they gonna show Group E? Okay, so we are gonna see this match, UD versus XT, and then we're gonna watch NA Fall Loss versus O Mythic. I think that's how you say their name. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if this is match today. Whoever like loses this goes down here. I don't know if we will see this. I don't know if that's today, but I just know 2 matches are for sure today. Do they show in the bottom? No, they don't show in the bottom. They only show the 2 matchups. I'm looking at the UD and XC. I think it's only 2 matches today. I think ARP is another day. Okay, we started. Let's go. Oh wait, there you go. You started, baby.
They're not going to be able to find any early presence on the hard point as Undream will be.
And we open my chat back up.
But trying to find some top
delayed? Yeah, it's like delayed, or it's either delayed or it's not synced up, like the audio. The like the face cam and all that crap. I'm gonna keep like checking. I gotta keep checking this folder and making sure like the thumbnail pops up. Cause I shouldn't have this thumbnail. I need the. I should have the thumbnail that they provide, but it's just not there.
Potentially get over towards that hill. It's not a bad start for Alex whatsoever. It's the kind of start you want up against a team like Undream.
Yeah, no question about it. You can't really afford to have any.
Yeah, there's on 33.
They've not really had that so far. Tio makes his way on in the
I got UD sweep. I mean, everybody predicts. Everybody prediction right now is UD 3-0. That's the prediction right as of right now, or like that's the prediction. XC is not playing bad though. This is a good start. This is a good start. This is what they need. UD is the favorite team. UD is the prediction of like 3-0 in these guys. That is the prediction for like everybody. But XT is playing good. This is a good start.
Undream are going to be able to break in as a result. Doing a good job so far keeping things contested.
Yeah, I think to be honest with you, Alex kind of had to turn around. One player did push around to try and get the car park spawn for the side of Undream. A couple of players just preoccupied. And all of a sudden, it's an easy
I'm gonna open up on YouTube.
Expected 25 seconds to go here. Over towards two. Noisy and Co starting to find the kills and starting to heat up. But
we'll see. XC is not playing bad though. I think I want to say XC is a Mexico team. I want to say they're a Mexico team. Like they're from like Mexico.
Just about holding on that scrap time. Alex very much fighting for that one though, Bobby, and now the rotation over towards P3 gets a little easier.
I could be wrong, but I feel like they're a Mexico team. I've never seen these guys, so I feel like they're Mexico. So that's even like better, because like line players and all that stuff is like they're good.
But with that happening, 3 make it 4 come through for Alex. The Sparrow doesn't find a ton of value right there. But GTO makes his way onto the point, trades back and forth, pure chaos on the hard point. Tio pushing forward, but they just cannot seem to find full clearance, and Alex doing a really good job of hiding in that smokes, keeping things contested as long as possible. Undream finally find control of the hard point. We start to see some of those operators come out. Fabuloso, nice value off that war machine.
Yeah, I suppose when you think about the operators that we have already seen, specifically from Alex, we've seen them coming over towards P2. Didn't get a great deal, but maybe kept Undream off it for a little bit, which, well, can be just as good as getting points yourself. But right there, you've seen Undream, well, not really converted, to be honest with you. Hitmarker surviving inside of the point. Noisy will find 2, yes, but for the final 10 seconds or so, Undream not really there. I think if we've had anything confirmed throughout the first 3 hills, is that Alex are going to give us a game here. Undream, though, still with a... I wouldn't say it's a comfortable lead, but it's a decent one to start off one rotation of hills, and we're at the final hill of that rotation now. P4 coming up. Mercy calling in the death machine. Let's see if he can find anything with it as well.
W shutdown.
Much more. Alex holding this down. Some big kills coming through, and some potentially big time as well.
Yep, hit marker's gonna find clearance of the hard point.
Well, that guy's going a long flank.
To make his way toward top main as well.
Oh, but he doesn't hear him. They hear that slide.
That Zyrax breaking on into the point, and once again finding a full clear for Undream as they inch their way ahead in this one. Alex have done a really good job of keeping things close, contesting as much as possible, but Zyrax gonna turn, machine pistol connects right there, and Undream have held the line in a spectacular way so far here on P4. Very strong opening couple of hard points, and consistency across the board seems to have been one of the biggest differences over Alex. You got Crow with 21, Hitmarker with 15, but Phaeton really struggling to get online in this one. Only 7 kills to his name so far.
Yeah, I wonder if I've just given him the kiss of death at the start of the series there.
Are these pro players or no? Because I don't. So XT is top players, and they're from Mexico, I believe. UD has pro players like the Tio, Zyrax. I don't know about the other guys. Did I don't know pronounce his name. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think he played in LAN. XT is comp players. They are comp players. UD has pro players.
I mean, he may not be having the best game, but Phaeton absolutely put the moves on right there to find a big kill on the top side and gets it Lalix some time here on P1. Once again, it's going to remain contested for the majority of the time. Everybody chucking down smokes, just trying to stay alive for as long as he can. And big rotation right here is P2. Usually a game.
Yeah, UD is pro players. If you don't know them, then they're. It's probably because you don't like really pay attention or like watch them. But UD is pro players from like Mexico, the Latin scene, you know, all that. XT, I believe, are from Mexico, Latin, I think too. But like they are the competitive players, you know. You gonna play rank anybody or no? Hear this, dude. I literally played 2 ranked games. I played 2 ranked games with Veg and Ferg, like earlier, like maybe like 5 minutes before this stream, like 2 games. Both of them were like the juice lobbies. As in like, if you know what I'm saying, it's not good. I got 2 juice lobbies, and then yeah. If you know, you know. So it's not worth it to play rank right now. The juice players are on right now, so it's not worth it.
It's a case of it felt like Undream were in complete control. Alex keeping it tight. That lead hasn't necessarily grown from the side of Undream by any stretch of the imagination.
And it's because it's because they're like, I don't know. Maybe the new juice stuff came out, and that, like, you know, new juice equipment came out, and they decided to try it, and it works good, I guess. I don't know the exact reason, but yeah. Juice players are, you know, back, and they're stream sniping streamers like heavily this season. So yeah. No matter who you are, if you click that live button and they see you live, they are gonna wanna get you and try to get a reaction out of you. Basically, that's the type of era we are at right now this season. It's because you was playing with her, yeah. But in general, I know. But in general, like every streamer has that issue. But yeah, obviously, yeah. I get that too. I expected it. But I'm just answering that guy saying, you know, I'm answering you saying if I'm gonna play rank later, you know. Regardless of that, no, I'm totally not, because there's multiple. There's multiple. There's more than 2 groups, you know. There's a lot of, you know, juice people queuing right now. It's not even worth it. Do this watch party and go back to doing like playing other, you know, PC games and all that stuff, you know.
Fantastic work on Dream, just about holding on through the fire and the flames, quite literally. There's potentially a good break coming from Alex, but 15 seconds to play for. Undream have held down the majority of the time and starting to bite the pedal down.
I didn't know how many kills with that because it has no. Yeah, there's no combo right here. It sucks.
I mean, across the last week, of
That was like probably like
competition,
5,
we have seen
6.
some crazy Death Machine plays.
I think it was like 5, 6, 7. Like
With the spawns
one of
giving
those
him a
three.
little bit of help there as well. That earns Undream a 30-point lead off of what was a tie game.
Well,
into P1.
when they accidentally ban legit players, that's like
To continue to grow
not them banning it. I don't think so. It's like AC. If you're talking about the Noah one, I think the anti-cheat, he like somehow detected it or something. I don't know. Who knows? UD is OTLE. Yes, they have some. So I believe. So you know how NA was just like NA. They didn't have Mexico. I believe when Mexico got approved to or got moved to NA region, that means TLE had to split off because I believe they had people who were in Latin America that wasn't in Mexico, and like they had to like split off. I think. I'm not too sure. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, some of them were Mexico and some of them weren't Mexico. Some of them were somewhere else in Latin America or whatever, you know? I don't know the correct terms, so I'm just saying the best I can. But yeah, some of them were Mexico and then some of them were in other places. So they had to like split off so they could compete in like the region that they are able to. Yeah, so a lot of them are from like somewhere else, not Mexico, so they couldn't be with the Mexico players. Yeah, some of these guys are from TLE, but I'm just saying why TLE spread or like they like split off basically. So yeah.
Heading into the second rotation and throughout the second rotation, that's kind of where it stayed. But then all of a sudden, they just put their foot down. It was a really, really close game up until it very much wasn't.
Okay.
But I mean, we say time and time again when we talk about these top tier teams and what the difference is between. I mean,
wait, let me have this for highlights. I'm gonna keep this for highlights, I guess. And then after the highlights, just go back to my top left.
Usage and how efficient you can be with it.
Gotcha.
We seen Alex bringing out warm.
Yeah. So the other three had to like split off because of that. Yeah.
Because P1 on Hacienda, it's not the easiest thing to do. Then you got Fabuloso and Puedes bringing it out at this kind of stage with this 20 seconds still to play for over towards P4 and getting a clean feed. Real difference makers coming in for the side of the stream.
That guy dropped 50 deaths.
Sensational work. It's about a 100-point game by the time it's all said and done, and they find themselves in the lead here in this series.
Yeah, you don't want to put the game on one specific player, but when you've got somebody going 13 and 50 with 29 seconds in the hard point, didn't even get an impact score for that game, and
oh yeah, he didn't even get an impact score.
4v5, but it's almost like you're playing 4v6 when
you
have that many kills
no man.
the opposition.
Oh wait, you're talking. No, you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Valorant, bro. No.
Have a shot heading here in the search and destroy.
Yeah, I'll take partial.
I know you as a PC guy. When I see your name and every message that you send, I look at it like if he's talking about PC, you know, esports stuff. It started, yeah. You're talking about the Valorant, bro. No.
Right, okay.
He doesn't.
Minus 37 KD. We need to see a little more than that. Sometimes it doesn't make too much of a difference, but obviously it would have in that one, and that's going to be Undream finding themselves 1-0 up in this series. But I think, you know, if I was to be a caveat
impact brawl.
Keep it close.
Yes.
Kind of spiraling a little bit. I don't want to say they lost control. It just felt like Undream found another level, but then Alex, the worry has to be for them is if Undream.
Yeah, I saw that.
If they find another
BG2 and all that. They got eliminated, right? Or is it lower bracket?
I think on the search and destroy, you want to keep things close.
Because I believe I knocked out.
Obviously, we do tend to see these teams.
Bro, I knocked out.
On the defensive side.
Bro, listen. I knocked out. Woke up. Ultra was 2-0 against Optic, 2-1 in the control. They lost. Yeah, I knocked out so I could get some sleep for this, to watch party this. You watch party in CDM tomorrow, tonight, or whatever, same thing? Hopefully. It depends if I'm still awake, you know?
I think as well, Bobby, like when it has come down to Tunisia as well, though, we definitely see more attacking rounds these days.
Because I woke up for this like a couple hours ago. Now I gotta stay awake until CDM or go to sleep right after this, basically. Oh, why'd you shoot? Could have waited. But he probably thought that they saw him.
A little bit of presence here for the side of Undream, but everybody else is on their way over. Fabuloso's on that big flank, though. He's trying to play that island player. Needs to find this kill, though, to be useful. Does not. And all of a sudden, his team are left in the 2 versus 3.
Yeah, it's just watching the aim difference between NA and then watching the aim difference with China is just like crazy.
So now all the pressure.
That's what I said. Like when you see OUG versus like the China team, you see the aim difference. You see NA miss a little, you know, bullets while spraying, and they get what is it? They get punished for that. It's like crazy.
Now the opportunity to TO remains.
OUG has to step up their aim if they want to, like, you know, all that. Face game? Oh, my bad.
But if you're Tatio, I mean, you've done this so many times, you know exactly where it's
So it's because I was talking about optic, bro.
This position just doesn't lose these gunfights. And that's 4 in the round from Tatio, and that is a big difference.
Who's playing today? For what?
The stairs at B, I just don't think Alex were ready for it.
Like when you see a China player on the field, bro, you gotta make sure you hit your shots, or they're gonna punish you for missing a single bullet, one single bullet of like a auto gun. Not just snipers. Who cares about snipers? Of just an auto, you know, spray gun. You know.
Wouldn't say really any major misplays. More Undream making the big plays.
Never mind. Wait, we mean never mind.
Fabuloso looking for the opening here on the A side. 3 players here to defend. He gets the angle, but he's not able to connect.
Yeah, China should be using Odin just because of how good their aim are and all that.
Looking to find more information. So one player.
Also, go. What are you saying? Who's playing today? This? Are you talking about this tournament? UD versus XT. And after this, we're watching NA Falls versus Mythic. Mythic? I think that's what you said their name. Mythic.
Okay. Answer back with another just to compound Phaeton's misery at this stage. 4 versus 4. I'm in a bit of an awkward spot here for Undream. You can see they've got a lot of presence over towards B, but they have no onus to be able to make this push forward. Hitmarker's going to move at the right time, and then eventually will get taken down. 2 players over towards this B side. I mean, yeah, that's great, but
Marshy, no. YouTube is banned in China, bro.
Mercy gets
on Mythic.
Caught with his pants down right there, so he's gonna drop.
I don't know. The team name is Mythic. Let's just call it Mythic, bro.
Crow eyeing things out right.
You gotta be robots. Oh god.
Knows where the bomb is. Playing, to be honest, awfully close to it, given the position that he's in. And
wait, he could win this. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter as he clutches up.
Yo, when he went behind that wall, he won. He could have won that, or he did win it, but like it made him get a higher chance of winning that round because the urban tractor went behind the wall. So yeah, he had time to react, get a pre-fire, and just got given that win, basically.
Split push for Undream. It's like a little 3-2 with a couple players over toward the B side. Pretty.
I wonder if he. I don't know if that's wall is wall bangable, but that seemed like it was on there, so it's probably not wall bangable. Wall bangable.
Likely just playing for some picks to open things up.
We need to see you in comp. Hopefully, you know, hopefully after this whole like SPS tournament and stuff, you'll see.
Pixels away from each other here at times. Hit marker.
Reading from Mars, definitely.
Hasn't been able to do a great deal yet. Fabuloso.
Because it's already like too late to go in this tournament because I'm not like on any team type stuff. I don't know how Jez did it early, I guess. I don't know. Because Jez was in the same position as me of like being on a team that was like kind of like lock and couldn't compete in this. So I don't know. He probably did it like earlier, but now it's already like too late for me to do any moves, you know? So I'm just gonna wait for this to finish and then see what happens after, you know?
You're back down here. If he's at Alex just a little bit, but the time is starting to run out. 35 seconds to go. Undream need to make a decision.
Miss Martian comp?
Using that util to zone things
I
out and
don't know. I miss
from
comp,
upstream,
but like
trying not to give up any unnecessary lives. And
I miss comp in a way with like the right people in the team, but I'm not gonna have that anymore because like the people who I would like to team with is just, you know, gone.
I've been pleasantly surprised by how strong their
And like they're like in CDM now, so like GG's, you know.
Good job, really good job. I think Undream kind of.
So mine, I don't know. My mindset won't be the mindset that I want, but in like a fun, gonna be like in a more fun mindset. You know, play comp and have fun type thing. I don't know.
Just about to kick things off now. Hitmarker has a lot of
Easy is cooking, yeah.
Just getting out if he can, but Mercy's made an immediate.
I have a notification on Discord, but not on my phone. Oh. I don't. What? Made no sense.
Seconds to do something about this.
Everyone is finishing me.
You can see 3 players pushing through the spawn. Zyrax going to be first point of contact. He's going to see them. He's going to call out noisy.
Obviously, the person who I want to team is Tech because he has a bro. Me and him have the same mindset in teams, but what is it? Me and him have the same mindset when it comes to teams. So yeah, but that whole CDM thing is like, if you, I mean, click that.
Tucked away in a perfect position to do the damage to get what
me and Tech have the same mindset in teams, but that whole CDM stuff is, I don't like how they're doing it. I don't like how OUG is doing what they're doing, as in like team stuff and all that BS. I'm not a fan of it. So I just said, like, I just avoided that, you know.
Noisy now going to try and lock this down if he can. Mercy can find one though. Well, maybe make this interesting. Zyrax can find one. Vines 2.
That sucks that we didn't see his point of view. I know Zyrax fucked off there. He got a good clip.
And Undream just starting to step it up a level.
He's got for new teams. Teammates. Nah, dude. I'm telling you this right now. No, there's no other players in NA that have like good mindsets.
Definitely not a conventional map to see
like,
the care.
I won't find players in NA that have the same mindset as like close to like Tech or something like that. For myself, whatever, but
HS0405 coming out a lot. Interested to see if we'll see any of that today, but it's Undream once again flooding the site right here, getting a quick plant down. Great execution on the entry. And Lalix left reeling right here. We'll see if they got any util left to try to find an opening, but nothing happening off the early approach from them. Fabuloso going to get hit markered, but he dips away, and now Lalix going to be forced to take a risk right here. Fabuloso makes them pay, but Phaeton and Mercy find a couple. 1v2 right here is not meant to be for Phaeton as Undream now extend that lead.
Feels like Undream are just using their raw horsepower to get onto sites, and it works out in their favor on the attacking rounds. 4-2. They are up now and moving over towards the more preferred defensive side. This really does give them a massive advantage now. Alex need to, well, pull something out of the fire here, because right now you're in a difficult position. You want to 0 down in the series. You are 2 rounds behind heading onto your attacking side. On Tunisia, Noisy now starting to cause issues. Zyrax is there to pick
can I first to win the Worlds? Yeah, it's early to say this. It's early to say that. We're only in CDM season or stage 1. It's too early to say all that. You gotta wait until when we're closer like to the end of the year. Because we haven't seen Q9 on land, you know? Wait till we get to the part where like CDM goes to like land, or like to the land part. I think that's, I don't know what stages that is, but
led to a complete halt. Puedes gonna shut down another.
You're gonna just judge him off of online, you know?
2v4 right here, and Hitmarker's gonna find a couple. They find 3, and just like that.
Oh, he got killed by a flash. That's
a kill with the concussion.
or concussion. Same thing.
into a 1v1, and Hitmarker is on for the ace. Fabuloso now just trying to play this one patient. After what was, I believe, a 2 versus 5 scenario. Hitmarker's brought it back to a 1 versus 1 for Alex.
Does he get timing? Oh.
Gonna get the timing on him. He just dips away. That Odin is firing absolute missiles out of it by the looks of things. Nade over the top is, I don't think, gonna land.
No.
Did it get a hit?
He gets a hunter killer.
Hunter killer in the air as well. That's a disaster now. Fabuloso needs to get rid of it, ideally. It's going to be time for Hitmarker just to back on.
Oh, wait, this is a good play from XC. Just make no noise. Just make no noise. Just make no noise. Okay, the prone in here, oh, I don't know. He's being extra, but let's see. He's being extra, but he's like, he's putting so much fate in him not going for the defuse. That was super risky. That was super risky. That was a good play, but super risky because him going prone in and staying there for so long, he was like putting so much fate in him not sticking the bomb at all. That's so much fate, too much risk right there. That's crazy. I thought he was gonna continue walking through con and like check everything, but he didn't. He just prone there and waited the whole time. That's too much risk. Did not check the bomb at all. He didn't look at the bomb for like 30 seconds or 25 seconds, whatever, something like that. Didn't UD play blind also? Are you talking about the org or the players? The org is different. The org can be in multiple regions, but different players, obviously.
Have a chance in this one. Zyrex gonna shut down one, Poides the other, and now
invested 100 hours in the warfare. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, that's what I'm saying. If I do play in NA again, I'm not gonna have that full pro mindset that I had with like teams that I actually wanted to do good with. I'm gonna, you know, if I do go into comp, you know, go out there, have fun, you know, experience, have fun, all that. And yeah, I'm gonna play serious and, you know, all that. But I'm gonna go out there and also have fun.
Three players ready to find the push. Noisy just incredibly out of
no, go. They only Mexico's NA. Mexico is not flying anymore.
Hitmarker just waiting for any overextension on that flank, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Undream very happy to stay home and force this opening engagement. We'll see what Fabuloso can do as clock continues to tick, and now some of that util gonna go out. Don't know if there's really any angle to find info onto that bush side. And we'll see what Zitlogs find right here as they finally make entry.
There's no way they're going to let Fabuloso get away with this, surely. Nah, there's no shot. Not at this level. At worst, somebody's sticking at least a bullet in there just to check it. It's all going to get caught on the re-wrap around through mid-map, and then all of a sudden...
That was a good sign. That was a good sign.
From Hitmarker. He has been the standout for Alex, but right now, they are starting to bring it back into contention. 6-4. You still need 2 rounds in a row here on the attacking side on Tunisia. Have to be 3 in a row in the end to just even send us to overtime. Undream would love to secure this one sooner rather than later. Oh, Zyrax. That's gonna make a huge difference, right? Finding 2 in the middle of the map.
See, like China, they hit that one shot. Like China right there, they hit that one shot. I'm gonna go back to it. I want to go back to it like when this game is over.
For the most part, they've done a really good job of finding those.
China is not gonna miss that one bullet. They're just not.
So, Zilolix desperately needs something right here. Phaeton's gonna be able to find one. 3v4, and Crow's gonna catch one off guard. So still,
it's just that's just the aim there.
Hitmarker's alive. With the way he's been playing, he might need to change his name to Headshot. See if he can make anything out of the situation. Fabuloso looking to check with a nade, but nobody anywhere close to be found. And pressure on right here. Peeking across the opening with your pistol. on a pretty common sniper
Okay,
angle. Just
I'm gonna go back to it.
not really, I don't named ahead. It's gonna catch untraded as well.
5 in your favor on defense. That's gonna make you even send us to overtime.
I want to see the pistol aim again.
Love to secure this one sooner rather than later. Oh, Zyrax.
Yeah, China's not missing that.
Right, finding two.
China's not missing that.
The advised entry to
It's not.
site.
It's not even him being bad. It's just that how good China is, you know. Aim wise, too. Aim wise, China's not missing that shot.
And in the end,
Wait, is that full front of view?
Because, well, they put themselves in those positions where apparently Alex weren't expecting.
Yeah, one, boom, boom. You know.
That is the round.
He got a clip right there.
From Zyrax there. Full of highlights. Marcus Ace will probably be that top one, and yet it's probably the only thing that Alex will have to write home about. The 7-4 victory. All aside, Home Dream, and they are in a commanding position here in this series now. Sensational work once again. Okay, so Alex did kind of get some things going, as mentioned. Hit marker with the ace. Good job he managed that because he wasn't necessarily.
Yo, what's good, Marcia? How you doing? I'm chilling. What's up, Ken? Welcome. Welcome.
You look over on the other side, everybody pulling their weight for Run Dream. Sensational search and destroy from them. And the damage was probably done on those attacking sides, but we going in with a 4-2 lead over onto the defensive side. Always a nice position to be in.
Yeah, no question about it, and that's what you expect from these players on Dream. Everybody able to pull their weight. Puedes with a 2 KD right there. I'm still curious what Fabulosa was going for.
He said he would like to work it.
It's not
I mean,
just that he was hiding in the
the
bush.
thing about
He was looking at the wall.
I
Like,
love LAN players or whatever, like Mexico players, but I don't know, the language barrier. That's just the issue.
We're getting ready to head into the control. Undream as expected in the driver's seat and heading into a map.
Like I love like
if not
LAN players and Mexico players, but it's just the fact it's just language barrier.
As you mentioned on a raid, it's a very
That's just the issue.
Control map. We know that these guys will know exactly what they're doing here. But Undream, they've kind of showed us what we really did expect in this one.
I gotta watch Wolves to see how they did. Did they play all? What did Wolves play yesterday? I don't think Wolves played. Let me see. Am I tweaking? I might be tweaking.
Yeah, no,
I don't know, my memory's bad.
Despite the fact that it's not looking great in the series, that Lalix have definitely shown a lot of bright spots in their game.
All right, that's the one.
They're playing right now. Like, even if they can't find a way to take the series, I would not be surprised at all if they do find a way into challenge finals. They've got an opportunity here. It's gonna see if they can turn things around.
Oh wait, Wolves played 3. Wolves played KZ.
Swing mode, so an opportunity for them to make some.
Wolves played KZ. They did. Yeah.
Dream squad off guard, but they've looked so consistent.
No, Jay, you're talking about day 1.
It's gonna be tough.
Or
poke
I think it was day 1. Yeah, you're talking about day 1.
Let's see. This is gonna be the control that you can potentially.
I believe that was day 1. Right? Yeah, day 1.
I mean, there's always something with control, isn't there? As you said, it can be the swing.
Oh, the new guys are standing up. They're doing good. Like rising them. Aim Shark, whatever you want to call his name. OUG plays Wolves tonight, whatever. Like, you know, all that.
Will find a push around as well. A lot of control over towards the bedroom though for the side of Alex. That will give the cover.
Yeah, they play OUG today. Wolves does.
Down imminently, but still pressure here from Alex. Not a bad start from them whatsoever. Second tick over towards A and may be on its way.
Definitely a more passive setup for an A side, but I like the way that they executed it right there, letting the snipers control longer angles instead of taking bad.
Yeah, the new guys are playing good.
A more risky situation. Unfortunately, Puedes is going to be the man to be dealt with, and they do not have a response. He's going to be able to find 3. We do see the SKS come out, obviously, recently.
The thing about China too, China has so many like ranked players and so many like comp players. It's insane, dude. Like they have hundreds, maybe even thousands of players that are ready to be like of age or like, you know, want to be pro players. It's crazy. So like throughout the whole like commable journey, we're gonna see so much China players that are just insane. like from other like generations and all that stuff. It's crazy.
Not work out for Alex to get wiped. They sent another 4 players in that direction.
No, they won't be out. It's like a Swiss stage. Switch. I can say the word. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Switch stage. They will play everybody once. Okay, I can't say the word. But OUG will play every team once, I believe. That's a format that they work in. They will play, or like that's a format that they're using. Everybody will play with the one. Everybody will play the one team at least one time. I don't know how to say it. I don't know the right words, man. I'm dumb. Yeah, I'm trying to say that word, Ham, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know, man. But every team will play each other at least one time. Okay, I think I said that perfect. I think I said that perfect. I think. I'm pretty sure I said that perfect.
See that shotgun coming out once again for Zyrex. Probably gonna try to get mixed.
Now I can stop talking about that because I said it perfect one time.
And he's gonna be able to find at least 2 to stop that opening push.
Both.
This is the time to use it, right?
But
pushing from will have a good idea, and now
nah, the KZ one, I don't know.
You may be welcoming yourself to the blender. Noisy, you need to find some kills to get your team out here.
The KZ one, it wasn't unlucky.
Was in a position to cause some damage.
They just if they played day 3, if they played like they did in day 3 and day 1, maybe there could have been a win. But you know they didn't.
Good start from Alex.
But it's gonna pop that death machine. We saw big plays from him in the hospital.
What's up, Cass?
2 players.
I think they won day. It was their first day, you know.
Right now, just kind of guessing at spots.
And they just, you know, they didn't perform. It wasn't unlucky. They didn't just perform like good. If they played day 3 like they did, they played like they did in day 3, they could have probably won day 1. Who knows?
Baiting some of that operator utility out.
Yeah.
Needs to find one onto
Now, if you switch the matchups to if they played Q9 in day 1 and then played KZ on day 3, maybe there could have been a, you know, KZ could have been a closer match. Who knows?
Hasn't necessarily had the best of starts, but all of a sudden, Undream are up in lives from nothing.
But you know, they are improving all that stuff, learning, so it happens. I wouldn't say it's unlucky, you know. Yo, go. I'm not good with my words. I'm not good with my words. I'm not good at pronouncing words. I'm not good with, you know, all that. I'm dumb. People don't understand this when it comes to words. That's why I say I'm only good like with small words. You know what I'm saying?
Alex looked strong off the start, but I think once they lost the mid-map control, and especially losing Kitchen, they very quickly found themselves backed up against the wall and just didn't really seem to have a response. So
I'm just somebody who plays video games, man. That's all I want to do.
Phaeton's gonna pop his Annihilator. Fabuloso on the flip side, popping a War Machine, and Zyrex gonna be able to find one to open things up. Doing his best to get this B zone cleared, and it looks like the Pred gonna drop from Fabuloso. He gets info, but no kills to be found. Potentially
You're sorry? Don't be sorry. It's not. It's common, dude. I get that all the time.
Biggest thing for them, they've got to find
some
presence on these objectives to stop that clock, and so far they've really struggled to do so. Fabuloso, great cutoff kills.
Look at this. You see NA, and you look at the SKS. Like, bruh. China, I have not seen one SKS, and it's been 3 days. The only thing I saw was a Type 63. But he stopped using it. It was just for like 3 kills and that's it. So it doesn't count. This guy's using SKS for multiple kills.
Well, we're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. No, he's trying to make the push there with the Purifier. Not going to happen. Now the aggression's going to come out from Zyrex. He will get cut down as well. So Alex trying to make
most of the comp format and rules are easy to understand. Some people don't pay attention. What do you mean? We're talking about.
And once again, the clock becomes more and more of an
Yeah, what are
issue.
you?
Obviously,
Yeah, what are you
wanna
talking
lose
about?
those lives, but if the game ends by time, then you're not going to have much hope anyway. Mercy finally
That's like a
gets
random
the wrong
sentence.
objective.
Like, what are you talking about, man?
For very long. Quaid's Death Machine cuts down
Yeah.
every member on the
That
way
format
to
is simple.
life.
Yeah.
Hit marker, maybe the last hope with those equalizers in hand.
I expect my viewers not to know because obviously they're not, you know, they're not pro players, you know, they don't have to know. But when they watch streamers, they, you know, sometimes ask what kind of format is this and all that, which is normal. Yeah.
Yeah, they did just find that extra gear, didn't they? It was the same all the way through. There was close moments, but ultimately the class did shine through. Undream, sensational work against a very punchy Alex roster, especially map number 1. It was close. It was, well, pretty much dead even at one stage at 150-150, and they still won by.
Even Lucas doesn't use the SK anymore.
Couple of close rounds, found themselves behind
Ha.
after 3, turned it on from there, and did not allow more.
Nah, it's so good in the CTEK. I don't know what people are talking about.
It's close until Alex.
I feel like, dude, it's so good.
Lean forward, and well, there was a lot of leaning forward on that map number 3. That was dominant. The side of UD, outside of a little bit of a scary round number 2 to kick things up, but Undream comfortably through to challenge finals. They'd be one of the teams to beat, and understandably so after that performance. A 23-8 from Puertes. Pretty much sniper only throughout the majority of that as well. Really impressive performance from him. But back to the drawing board for Alex. Undream advanced to challenge finals.
Yeah, you were talking about his dominance through that one, and absolutely no surprise, he dropped to 3 KD in the final map.
I mean, clearly Undream came to play today. They knew what the stakes
Imagine
were.
he's any team versus China. Oh, they would get demolished, bro. They would get demolished.
Solid 3-0 out of Undream. And a
You gotta
very
need some prep, some practice and all that stuff, dude.
by that squad, so they are one of
They would get demolished for like a week or more.
we'll be seeing in our challenge final. So congratulations to Undream. But for everybody at home, if you're just joining, don't worry. That does not mean that Alex are out of it yet. It just means they dropped down. We mentioned this before we got into the first match of the day. Alex will now have to wait to face off against Nexus next week to fight for one of those last 2 spots in the challenge final.
Wait, let me check the folder. See if the thumbnail.
Down there in that lower bracket, Nexus able to take out Rebels last time around and stay alive. Hold on to their chance. So both of these teams will be in for a bit.
Yeah, there's still no day 3 thumbnail for me, bro.
Okay, that's one spot, one group.
I need my thumbnail.
We have to go over to Group B.
My stream,
and see
dog.
their upper bracket, and you might recognize some folks from Group B because we also have on Mythic, but we also have NA.
Yeah, there's no, bro. There's no day 3
Should
thumbnail,
be
bro.
a really fun
Take my head, bro.
matchup here today.
And I'm just saying, yeah.
Always talks about NA fall-offs. Been talking about from the beginning of this.
Oh, yeah, bro,
challenge.
dude, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Now it's time for them.
Bro,
to go
CDM,
for
dude,
the
CDM gives you that feeling that you want to play pro, and then you go to your region like NA and like see like this, you know? Damn, it's like pain.
Make some noise and absolutely are capable of winning this entire thing. I think we're definitely going to see probably their biggest test so far going up against an on-mythic squad that surprised a lot of people, and I think absolutely also has what it takes to win the whole thing. So it should be a good one.
Yeah, hopefully all of you at home are prepared for this because this should be a really fun way to close.
Yeah, this should be a good match.
This means we're halfway through.
This is gonna be a good match. So NA Fallout is a mythic one.
To a short break so our players can get prepared and ready to dive into it. So don't go anywhere. You're watching the Snapdragon Pro Series.
NA Fallout is playing? Yes, they play next.
The Snapdragon Pro Series is brought to you by
How long is the break?
Elite Gaming.
How long is this break? Is this a gun sound thing?
We're going to be playing a game called the Blind Player Ranking. We've got
Blind
5
player
players
ranking?
on the list. We'll
Ooh,
give them to you
see.
one by one, and you have to place them without knowing who comes next at 1 to 5. 1 being, of course, the best, 5 being, of course, the worst.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Let's start you off with player number 1. It's Lucazin.
Oh gosh. Do I get to know, like, is this all?
Yeah, this had like region.
It's all Western players. Yeah.
Okay, Western players?
I mean, I have to put him in number 1. Like,
Okay.
no offense to everybody else, I got to put him in number 1.
She should be number 1.
He's
Let me see.
he's in the list.
We're gonna see all the players though.
Totally valid. Player number
'Cause-
2 is Envy.
Because I'm thinking there's nobody else in
How
West.
much he's been
playing COD Mobile because NA's been a little bit.
Because listen, the fight for number one will be Tech and Lucas. If Tech was still in West, but he's not.
I know, like,
So there's nobody else who could be number one.
If I was gonna do it,
Yeah, he spelled Lucas' name wrong.
Closer to the end of the year, I might switch.
There's somebody else who could be number one.
Gotta go 4.
Gotta go 4. Okay, you got Luca in the 1. You've got Envy in the 4. Where would you put Mr. Bobby Plays?
5. Easily. Now I feel like I ranked Envy way too low. Now the gap between me and Envy is way too big. Oh, I regret doing this now. I've made a mistake.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, there's nobody else who could be number one. Think of it. The fight was always Tech and Lucas.
It's Shark.
Okay, I don't hate that. I know Shark's been in the game. I think he was comparable to Envy. I would probably put him at 3.
Okay.
It's tough.
Now, is he gonna put at number 2 a joke one? Or like, is the next person a joke one?
I feel like the last one's gonna be a wild card, and
Yeah.
change my ranking.
No, you're locked. You're locked in.
All right.
You can put Shark.
No, I was gonna put Shark at 2, just after.
Okay.
Yeah, the Western players, I don't know.
That works. Okay, so Shark in the 2, Luca in the 1, Envy in the 4, Bobby in the 5.
The ranking in the Western in the West side is like kind of like funny now.
And that player is Mihawk.
Okay, I don't hate that.
Yeah?
I probably would have put him above Shark, so I was expecting a big curveball, and it was Little B or something.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
All right, happy with the list overall then?
Yeah, relatively. I think
I thought it was gonna be Wildcard too, like a joke someone or like a joke
and that was
person.
the biggest curveball for me.
Or
Well, I
whatever.
can tell you, probably to no surprise, you have been put in the 5 just by about everybody. So, we got some work to do there.
Yeah, I know. Bobby Buckets, Dino Nuggets, 2025 champs. Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out coming to a store near you. That's Bobby Plays, and that, of course, is our blind player ranking.
Don't beat me.
I hold shift here with another iteration of Pro Tips, this time featuring one of the best AR players in the
We
world.
watch this? I guess we watch this. Pro tips, let's go.
Premium diesel.
I was gonna switch it, but
Love that.
I love that they do this now, so we can watch it in the meantime.
People that are trying to get into rank or trying to get into competitiveness may be able to mimic and try to copy. So, kind of first and foremost, are you on the 5-finger wave that everyone seems to be on right now?
I am on the 5-finger wave. I got
Damn.
into it last year.
Damn.
Okay. And do you have to make any modifications at all to your buttons, to your HUD, to set yourself up for it?
Yeah, for the most part, because I used to just.
Yeah, 5 fingers, bro. 5 fingers. You cannot just.
4 fingers.
You cannot just go on a 4-finger HUD and just make it 5. You gotta change your HUD. You know.
I was tapped ADS first, and then went to tap to hold. Which is a little bit different because you go from 4 fingers and you're just clicking everything to like 5 fingers. You're holding this button, then clicking.
Yeah.
Release it at the same time.
It's weird.
It took like, and the worst part, man, is that the same time I decided to go 5-finger, I decided to switch my sensitivity from speed to fix. So
Yeah, I said this. Tech is on fix now.
Just to get it used to everything and get it like situated perfectly.
Okay, well, it's a perfect follow-up because there is a question about acceleration. So are you playing it with on or off right now?
I'm playing with fixed, so no speed acceleration.
Okay, and then what's your sensitivity numbers that you have for that?
I think I have my fixed at like 180, and then
It's like doing the top of the head.
It's at like 80 to 75 for like the firing and turning sense.
Oh, he has him 180 the accelerator value? Is that what you just said?
When it comes to relativity.
180?
65 for the regular, and then 50 for.
I mean, that makes sense. 180.
Normal warm-up routine before you get into a rank session or before you get into scrims.
180, then put it at like low.
You start to get ready for a competitive match.
I think some people are gonna hate me for this, and I know some people are going to understand.
Are we gonna watch this before you finish your sentence?
I don't really warm up. I don't really practice anything. It kind of just
Well,
you get on and you play. This is kind of like something I've followed through since Critical Ops days. It's like if you have the muscle memory and the knowledge and everything, like don't.
And it's not a bad thing. He doesn't do bad.
I mean, obviously, like sometimes you'll play with your friends or your teammates here and there, but like if I'm gonna go play scrims and all that, it's like I'll jump in and jump out. It's like I'm not gonna do all the extra stuff.
Let's just jump into this final question then. If you were to give your favorite loadout, if you're
I would talk more about that in a minute. Hold up.
The most broken gun in the game currently, the USS-9.
Period.
I'm a flex player.
Yeah.
So it's like I use my AR and my SMGs at the same time. It's like, but why would I not use an SMG that's two-tapping people across the map? Why wouldn't I do that? It's the most broken thing in the game right now.
Okay, this is finished.
Well, that's pro tips with Tectonic.
Yeah. So him just, he doesn't do the warm up. He just logs in and, like, you know, goes full send and scrims. That's okay because he has that. So Tech has that talent where he can just do that. A lot of these other pro players, bro, a lot of these all these other like pro players go play the game. Go play the game and, like, you know, keep your talent. They had to. But Tech is like somebody who could, like, go in and, like, you know, do good in scrims and warm up in scrims. You know, he has that talent. But and also, like, for tournaments, if we have a tournament day, obviously we're gonna scrim for not long hours, but hours. We're gonna scrim for hours for him to warm up in a tournament. You know, like, he's somebody who wants to, you know, scrim. Okay, a lot of these other pro players don't want to scrim, so yeah, he's just somebody who doesn't want to play rank, because rank, you know how rank is, you know how rank is basically. He has that talent to just not warm up and just go into scrim, non-warm up, and do good. You know, he's gonna warm up in that scrim, and then get ready for the tournament. By the tournament time, he's gonna be ready to play in that scrim. I think I had that beanie somewhere. I'm not sure.
Single one of these players, with the exception of Shane, who's definitely an up-and-coming player. He was in the starting lineup for them last week. Definitely held his own. And
I didn't wait. Ban put this. Wait, Ban put this picture. But, like, why did he use your headshots? They have, like, pro headshots. I guess for, like, the jersey, like the Tribe and LG one. They just put their, like, selfies instead of, like, headshots. That's so funny. Last time Tech played rank, he went versus CX, yeah. But he's in China now, so he might play. He might play rank in China. I don't know how rank. I don't know how China rank is.
But yeah, no.
I don't know if you pull it up.
Wait, is she talking about the beanie?
Not gonna lie.
Envy.
I was talking over.
Not a bad starting roster by any stretch of the imagination.
I might need one of those Gengar beanies. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I
Take a look
can't
at our
have that
picks and
somewhere.
bans here, okay?
Wait, never
Starting
mind.
off with a Slums Hardpoint on.
I have so many beanies that I lost BDs. I could have probably left that on, like, a trip or something.
Search and destroy is always a nice one. A crossfire control, we're seeing teams starting to bring it in a little bit more as opposed to the start of the season, or at least through open finals. Yeah, we got a little bit of a variation here, actually, Bobby.
Yeah, I like the look of this. We've seen way more crossfire.
Aren't you playing combos here? We will see.
I've watched in the past couple weeks than I really expected. That's one that a lot of
We gotta wait and see, I guess.
Nobody playing Takeoff. I think I've seen it maybe one time in the past couple of weeks. But crossfire, actually, interestingly enough, becoming one of the favorites for people to play, whether that's to try to catch other teams off guard, or maybe this is actually going to be one that could potentially be a mainstay.
I think this is going to be a really fun series. I'm excited to get straight back into the action, and I know our players are ready as well. So let's dive into match number 2.
We are just skipping through this one today, aren't we? We're just flying into it. I don't think I meant that well, Lauren, if she is still listening. That I'm sure the Gengar beanie would fit you just fantastically. Here we are, anyway, irrelevant of where we're going with that conversation. But I think this was the game that we both looked at, Bobby, and sort of said that, yeah, okay, this one is a harder one to call. I think for all that we give Zitla.
Yeah, no question about it. I was kind of questioning whether NA Falloffs were going to have what it takes to be consistent in the search and destroy, but
Can play this too.
Their sniper presence was really strong.
There's about NA Falloffs. I mean,
Washi just firing on all cylinders.
Veg is on iPad right now.
Well.
Ban is on break.
These guys are going to handle business when needed.
Not break, but doing stuff. It's like
we saw them playing the hard
they
point
so they have
last
5
week as well,
players,
so obviously
but
feeling pretty
I believe
comfortable on it.
Envy's not playing today because he's busy.
We'll see what they
Meg is on
got right
iPad,
here as
so
they head on into things, and
not
obviously
all of them are busy.
aggressive
Or
towards
like
the break
all of them like
side.
are
All
doing
this
stuff, you know.
start is going to be
And half of them don't even
shifted
want to like play the game and all stuff, you know.
the final one on toward broken blue side. They are cleaning things up right now, and none of those kills go in the way of On Myth.
Audio cut-in. How do I fix that? Audio cut-in. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that.
On Mythic, well, I mean, has a kill until that.
I mute it. Wait, how would I fix audio issues like that?
With all of the
Are you sure it's? Are you sure?
Seconds there in a very, very good spot for P2. Some scrap time potentially good.
Oh wait, I don't know how do I fix it because game audio makes sense, but I don't know how to fix that.
Pildora eventually getting something going. There's 3. Make it 4 to his
Is it
name.
good? No, I don't know.
5, by the way. Pildora is
It's on their end. Okay, wait, it's their end.
What a way to start, and then what a way
Okay,
to
I was gonna say because I can't do nothing about the audio because it's not like my cables. When I have game or like audio issues on my phone, I can just unplug the cable and plug it back in. It's not cables when audio issue from this. It's straight from my PC and all stuff, and it's not cables, you know.
This is one hard point where, yeah, you want to have the close side spawns, but there are situations where it can backfire and it can turn into a bit.
But like I was saying, yeah, so NA Falls have 7 players, but not all of them, you know.
Does look like the final person broke.
Not all of them want to play the game and all stuff. Envy right now. So Envy right now is on break or not break. He's doing something like he can't play today. Veg is on iPad, so yeah, Veg doesn't want to play because he's on iPad. I don't know if he's like said anything yet, so I can't really say. You know, I gotta keep my mouth shut. You know, but yeah.
Obviously, one of the mainstays in competitive North American Call of Duty Mobile, not having any.
All of your jumps here on God.
Yeah,
It's when I'm like opening my tab, my chat, like switching monitors basically.
Opposite sides of the map for the most part, apart from 3 to 4. There's that 2 to 3 transition that can make a bit of a difference. And
This quality though is like kind of.
Just about hold this down. Death Machine.
I don't know if it's me, but the quality is like kind of
We did see a little bit of
hurting me.
an overinvestment from On Mythic. Actually, I want to say it was better.
Gotta like kind of like sweat my eyes sometimes, man.
Towards the backside, didn't find anything with it. Was she trying to do something here with the Annihilator towards the backside though? Pildora can find one though, does shut him down. So far, so good for On Mythic, holding it down here over towards P3.
Pretty much zero
Dude,
value out of that.
does he have the screen animation on? The Pride animation? Am I tweaking? It could have been just a spectator. Yo, this guy, bro, this guy's taking forever to push. Oh no, it was Rabalo. He was the War Machine. Okay, I was like, that guy's taking forever to push, but he was just shooting the War Machine.
Pretty solid value for them right there. It looks like they're going to be able to get things tied back up. Jez finds one looking to hop over. Once again, On Mythic looking like the quicker team on the rotation right here. They've got all 5 players set up and ready to go, and the
Equalizers?
completely yellow. Pildora's gonna pop equalizers right here, and that is
Spectator bug?
a scary
Yeah,
sign
I
for the NA
don't know. I never seen that as a spectator, but it could have been like.
Teams
Wow.
in this game, this is not what you expected. On Mythic with a lead. It must have just come in super flat because, well, since
Sure.
the first since the first hill, they've been brilliant. More dominant side by some distance. Purdue already bringing out his second War Machine of the entire rotation. And this kill feed is just looked one-sided. Purdue with 18 kills to his name. And you're just locking it down. Fantastic work from On Mythic. Okay, it's only a 20-second lead, and that could, well, be, slaughtered immediately here as now. And he'll fall off trying to turn this one around. But again, investment coming in and not necessarily paying off.
Well, again, could
hold this down. 20 seconds to go here. NA trying to tie things up. They can just about
That was a good cycle from Mythic. Let's see if NA Falls could come back. That was a good cycle.
Yeah, Robalo, big break right there. He's going to lock in the hard point time. No trade to be found, though. Huge play from Badu to lock in the rest of that scrap time. And NA Fall-Offs really need to lock down some of this map control and give themselves a chance.
What is it? Fall-Offs are in a spawn trap. Not really spawn trap, but they're in like a...
in the way that they're playing right now, and it's
What is
definitely
it?
showing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they're basically in the spawn trap. I don't know the right term.
Holding the line toward Brick's side, and he's going to shut down another for his 4th straight kill.
Revolves in what team? I mean,
Death Machine right
nice
here.
balls.
Definitely not a
The left team,
conventional
the blue
place to
team.
pop in, but lots of places to info check. He's going to be 1 HP and no value found. So taking that utility off the table. For NA Falloffs, you still got to find a way to break the point. They're finally able to do that, but 30 seconds into the clock, on Mythic have completely rebuilt that lead.
I mean, it's just, I'm so caught off guard. Honestly, NA Falloffs coming to this the way they did. And then since then, have been beaten from pillar to
Ball
post.
switch off the Odin.
Shane trying to get something going here for his team. NA Falloffs will start to find a few kills, and only one player over towards this backside. That's going to be Indra, who can potentially hold this down for his squad as the rotation over towards P2 pops in a few seconds' time.
Surprise.
NA Falloffs, though, worrying about the other players coming in from behind. A mid-map spawn. Coming through.
Okay, they have spawns. This is gonna be a big 50 if they kill everybody fast. Okay, big 50. Big 50. Raval needs to bait himself, die, switch to his demo class. That's what he needs to do right now. Raval needs to push up, die, switch to his War Machine. Wait, his teammates died.
Shane's got a Tempest as well, and if he can get one shot on this,
Or you can just clutch him with the Tempest. This is a big 50 right here, big.
So they're gonna find that clearance, and once
Nice Tempest. Okay, he's using it without the demo. But that was kind of dumb. What he did right there was kind of dumb. He acted like he had demo right there. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to like not act like you had demo right there. They do BR22? What are you talking about?
So now on Mythic, spawning in the back, that sets up perfectly for the rotation, and now
They are in the BR scene? I don't. Face is not in Kamo. I'm pretty sure you're talking about PUBG Mobile.
A really, really nice hold from the side of NA Falloffs in that rotation.
I believe Face is in PUBG Mobile. I think they still are. If I remember.
From the back as well. Back spawns should still be there for the side of NA Falloffs, and they are. But they're trying to push through the.
You gonna watch party tomorrow, CDM? Hopefully. That's in a couple hours, and hopefully I either wake up or I don't sleep and watch party yet. Hopefully I wake up with no headache, is what I'm saying. Nice kill, Jez. Nice win. That was a good win. I don't know how you won that. Wait, that was a ball of death. Okay. No, Jez needs to turn back. Jez needs to turn back and help.
They're certainly a streaky.
I guess they're on point.
They're tough to stop, but when they're not
good kill.
locked in,
Hey, you could just use your pred. Use your pred. Use your pred.
And now Jez working on some
Your pred.
himself. He's got a
Good stuff. Call that out. Call that laundry, people. Why is Shane looking over there? Why is Shane is... What? Why is Shane looking over there, bro? Call all the people laundry.
They go the way of NA Falloff, so they have completely made their way back into this one. And on Mythic scrambling for any amount of map control.
Nice try, nice try.
Amount of momentum. Salam's gonna be able to find
He's weak.
one right there to shut
Nice.
down the Tempest. They find a big feed right here. Salam's gonna be able to find one more, and oh my gosh, the operator's raining down.
But wait, are you sure that they're actual like FaZe esports or like a joke?
With the War Machine, Death Machine goes big for Indra as well, but he gets traded out.
I don't know. I'm not too sure on the Combo one. Combo VR. I know they're in FaZe. I know they are in PUBG Mobile. I don't know if they still are, but I've never seen like a FaZe team in PUBG Mobile VR or PUBG Mobile, whatever. Wait, why is he using the default one instead of the H2O? Good kills, good kills. Okay, now you know where they're spawning. This is a good 15. Good 15.
It's been absolute bloodbath inside of Garage. Sensational work from the side of On Mythic to, well, keep that from going from bad to worse. It was a wonderful P2 to P3, and typically P4 is the cherry on top, but NA Falloffs couldn't quite secure what they wanted to there. On Mythic, keep it within touching distance, but it's a much better rotation of hills from the side of NA Falloffs now, and it's a fight for towards P1. Eldora and Dakota can find a couple of kills, and now Band can't quite hit his shots. All of a sudden, the Annihilator's out finding absolutely nothing on Mythic. Last time,
well, we don't even know what the main lineup is. NA Falloffs, because I believe MB is in the main lineup, but he's busy. He's busy today, so.
Big gunfight win right there, but only able to find one. So Hardpoint remains.
We don't even know if this is the main lineup.
Likely this gonna come
So.
down to a P2, if not a P3.
Yeah, but NA is not. It's gonna be a little different, obviously, because you have 5 players from NA, like the best players, going like CDM, and you have multiple of them are from like different teams. Like Tech, or no, not Tech. Kings, Cartels, Raph were on like one other team. Solo was on a different team, I believe. Like there was like so many players that from other teams went to TDM. Why is he pushing like that with no? Oh, they predicted Jazz. And they pre-fired both of them. What's up, Mo? Welcome. Nice kill. Nice kill. One more kill. Oh, they're jiggle picking you. And match them for you. Nice kill. You got the second one. Nice Hunter.
Shane was off to a slow start, but he has blown this one wide open. 40 kills to his name.
Did I start first?
The Sparrow breaks from
he just started point. That's too late.
That we will go to a P3 right here. They're not going to be able to flip out spawns.
What is that operator OM has or Mythic has?
Big presence over toward P3.
But they don't. They got spawns. They got spawns. Hold up. They killed that guy deep. Nice. There's a big break. Fallout beats them to the point. They beat them to the point, but do equalizers.
You still need 20 seconds if you're on Mythic, and you do manage to find some semblance of control.
Oh no, they should lose this. Fallout lose this because they should lose this, or they make it time. Oh yeah, they died. Unless he has to survive.
He's able to get contest as well. He's got to win the gunfights. Reinforcements are there. Raballo,
yeah.
He's the last man
They spawned way out. OUG cooked. What do you think today? OUG versus yeah. OUG cooked like they did good. They did good. They did good in that what is it 3L whatever. Like old 3M man.
Even allow them at that stage to push over towards P3, but they've got the spawns for it. They get that contest, and it's a hell of a slums to kick things off here in this series. That was a banger to kick things off, Bobby. I mean, that P3 was absolute chaos towards the end.
Yeah, we don't even know the main lineup for NA Fall Loss. But I know Envy, I believe, is in the main lineup, but he's busy today.
60, 70, 80 points. And just constantly
so he can't play today because he's busy.
Plays out of both squads, but on Mythic, the resilience for them to be able to get those
that predator with their thing
of contest on P2, and they're able to close things out. Looking at the scoreboard, Badu goes for 50 and 37 for him.
I got popped off
on the opposite side.
50.
Honestly, NA Falloffs maybe a little more negative than I would have expected out of them, and maybe not quite as much chemistry on reinforcing that hardpoint either, as you had 3 players under a minute in the hardpoint, despite the fact that it was only a 4-point game and you did not have a single player on Mythic with less than a minute of hardpoint time.
Incredible. Map number 1 to kick things off here between on Mythic and NA Falloffs.
I'll be back. I'll be back, chat. Hold up.
On the cards here, Bobby. Map number 2.
I'm gonna go downstairs real quick.
That's a 4-point game in the hard point to start this series off. We've got Tunisia coming up next and a crossfire coming up for map number 3. If we need to see it, we'll see Arsenal and Kurahana to close things out. I'd imagine we may well have to see all these maps here, because that is if that's as close as we're going to be in the hard point, is that going to be the case in the search as well, Bobby? I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not really sure what to expect out of the search. Obviously, on Mythic looks strong. I just don't know if it's strong relative to this level of competition. I think a lot of it is going to be on Washi and the way that he performs. The snipers obviously always play a huge role in the Tunisia search. When his shots are hitting, then they look absolutely phenomenal. But if those aren't going, I think they're going to have a really tough time pulling out the win in this one. and especially with On Mythic heading into this with the momentum, I think that it's going to do them some favors. I believe, if I remember correctly, this was NA Falloff's map pick, so should give them a tiny bit of an edge heading into this one, but we'll have to see what they've got up their sleeves. Salam.
Wait, I'm back in time. I'm back in time. One. This one.
He's going to be forced back. His NA Falloffs get aggressive.
Anyway, this is BO5, so let's see if Falloffs could come back. And they kind of look weaker than you this year. I don't know.
I should say. I'm in a good position here now, and if 4 versus 2.
Ooh.
Bala was able to find something, but
What is Rabala looking at? Oh, he got one though.
How is he uncontestedly just doing this? Well,
I think it was probably bad timing.
That's the first attacking round over towards the side of NA Falloffs.
All right, good opening round right there. Wash didn't even have to do anything. Jez was locking things down with the shotgun in hand, and bodes well for NA Falloffs to get things started here. This time a very, very different look is they're going to send all the utility over toward A, and if I had to guess, On Mythic going to be prepared for a push, but everybody wraps back towards spawn. One of those nades is going to connect. It is going to be Shane getting first blooded right there, so that slows the push. I think Jez got eyes onto Indra, although I think the reverse is true as well. So now he's a little bit second guessing this push.
That sideways risky. Wait, no, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong team. Hold up. Never mind. I thought it was a blue guy. Oh, tweaking.
He's gonna be forced to dip out back towards spawn.
I was tweaking, bro.
Trying to find something. If you're NA Falloffs,
Main teams was a big.
we're gonna
Guys, we know this.
suffer themselves as fools. There's a push from NA Falloffs there over towards B. That's not gonna
Like we were watching CDM teams, okay? We were looking at CDM teams, okay? When you watch, listen, when you watch CDM and see China teams, you're gonna go back to your own region or every other region and see and call them weak because you're watching China. You're watching the best region, you know? Like it's obvious, you know?
2 versus 3 in NA Falloff's favor, and that bomb is going down as well. Difficult retake here for On Mythic.
Yep, I think Indra may have gotten spotted off that opening doorway. Washi from above's gonna get beamed.
Does she check that corner again though?
Right next to him, but doesn't want to risk the play. It's gonna
but
he takes one as well.
Ben,
Indra cleans the site.
Ben died fast. Yo, is he using the mag? Yo, Ben died fast there. Is he using the mag? Wait, is he using the mag?
One uncontested. The fact that he's able to find
that guy died fast.
I think that's the question mark. I'm also going to be question marking how
that guy died fast. Ben died fast. He's using the mag? Question mark.
Leads over towards the B side. And they Falloffs will be wondering how they're not 2-0 up right now.
We did get 40 bullets. I don't know. Ben died really fast.
Salam's looking for something.
And let me look at the bullets. Ben died super fast.
Making his way up through the mid map once again, but On Mythic doing a great job of staying home, not overextending right here, and
I don't know if he had the mag because right there he had 28 bullets.
Down this B side, very nearly had
the Ben died super fast.
Not gonna connect, and that's
I think he was weak too.
Taking down Badu. Right now, Indra, the man to find, but Jez is actually able to make his way all the way through the mid map.
Wait, let me check if he was weak too. I'm gonna look at it again. Like he died super fast.
Ben not able to find the kill, but Robalo is. Now Pildora left all alone in the 1v5. That is a flawless round for NA Falloffs to bounce.
Yo, Robalo hit him 50.
It's kind of one you.
Yeah, Robalo, bro. He was 50 HP and he turned on Ben like that. And Ben like hit his shot. I don't know if he hit his shots, but he hit one bullet at least. That was great. I feel that was side. Yeah, I know the Uzi is good, but like you can't really tell. It's hard to tell when somebody's using the mag and not. You know, you're gonna have those players that like are gonna sneak and use the mag. You know, you never know. Oh wait, I could just copy the code. Wait, I can copy the code. Hold the hell, just huh? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the mag checker.
They're gonna hit the wrap back.
I got you, Chad. Don't worry.
I would assume
No,
Washington.
because you could just sneak and use the mag. I'm not saying like I would, but I'm saying like,
But he's actually gonna push
you know,
up
there's
to
players that are like
get this
that.
cross
Right.
covered.
I'm gonna be the mag
Get
checker.
down.
I'm gonna check if that guy's using the mag.
Off that spray through the wall. More
I don't know, Ben like super fast, that's what I'm saying. He was full HP too. 100 HP versus 50 HP was just crazy to me.
Shane all alone. 1v3 for him. They get absolutely ripped to shreds as
What's up,
they
Rich?
don't really opt to let the sniper find those opening picks and end up paying for it. Shane gonna be able to pick up the bomb right here, but only 41 seconds to work with.
Like Ben shot at the guy when he was aiming looking,
Completely locked down.
and then he turned and just boom. Where I'm from? I believe these guys are actually NA, right? Or are they Mexico? I thought maybe Mexico, because they are doing good, so they're probably Mexico.
They all run into
Boring chat. I got you. Mag checking right now.
Shane now spotted out. Bad position to be in. They're just going to shoulder him. They're just going to check it. Padu, though, can be dealt with. Shane can't find the second.
I don't even know how to do this. How do you even do this?
2-2. Very close search and destroy. Map number 1, if you missed it. A 4-point game. Now, all of a sudden, we're all tied up in the search and destroy.
Well, chat. I'm checking the mag. Don't worry.
Absolutely. They're really
Wait, how do you
good at
cap?
this A push,
How does that cap?
trying to make it
Oh.
work. We'll see what they find up at the top side, but Badu's there, and I think he's got a shotgun in hand. Rabal doesn't expect it, but able to find the kill anyway. It's the first blood. Crucial for opening up this A site. One player actually making their way through mid for on Mythic right here. That's going to be Indra.
Yeah, he's not using mag.
Spotted out. That could be crucial. Pildora's going to find.
Don't worry, chat. I got you. Mag checker.
And Indra just waiting for Jess to make a move. He's going to be able to reposition. And
Yeah, the US is just that broken.
Mythic.
So is mag checker. I don't know how to use the code.
They fall off with a number disadvantage. Choosing just to wear the.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the code stuff.
Going to catch him. We got caught out. Yeah, Indra was ready for it. 7 already.
I'm just impressed with like how fast he died. But it's just that's how broken the US is. What's up, Gone? What's up, Loner? Welcome on.
And then they fall offs. I'm going to try and make a decision to do something that is not going to.
My phone's not off.
Rabal just takes too big of a risk right there. He ends up paying for it. Shane's able to find one. But with still 3 people to deal with.
How could I even do a Shane?
I don't see any.
I don't know the whole thing.
Makes his way out of this one. He's gonna try to find that engagement, and to be honest, I think don't even need to challenge that, but he's gonna go ahead and reposition here anyway. They should have the read, although he takes down Dakota, and the snipes are not connecting for on Mythic. They continue to chow. All you really have to do here is let the clock run out. And
If I don't know, if you ban like the Uzi, you ban the Uzi, you ban the Odin, and maybe the 1019. I don't know. But if you're gonna ban the Uzi, ban the Odin too.
Time just not there for the side of Shane.
I don't know, it'll be interesting.
On Mythic, who have turned this one around quite quickly. NA fall-offs after 3 rounds, wondering how they went 3-0 up. And all of a sudden they're 3-2 down. Such as Tunisia Search and Destroy. It's a cruel mistress at times, but this moment in time on Mythic, taking the advantages they can. Indra has found his 9th of this game so far. Good shots coming in from Slime as well, and then all of a sudden Shane's dealt with. Washi can eventually get something going here. Only his 2nd kill of this entire Search and Destroy. He's left on his own. He needs 4 more. Pildora, fantastic shots on Mythic. Commanding position now.
We'll go ahead and flip sides right here. I would imagine NA Falloff's very glad to be on the defensive side because the offense was not kind. We said that
now they gotta lock in and defense. Lock in defense.
Not been connecting so far in this one, and especially with some of the shots that we've seen Pildora hit.
Let's see if the issue is defense or the issue is you guys. Dun dun dun
Got one player on the
dun.
B site. Yeah, find any first blood, and Jez gonna look to get aggressive right here as the hit marker connects from the nade. That gives them the info. It's gonna force back the on Mythic push.
Dun dun dun. And the 42 needs nerf.
with Jez in this position, isn't it? You don't want to force your way forward here. I'm thinking I have to use some utility to get rid of him or just try and bait something out. He's got some cover as well with Washi. Horrible spot for Mythic if they do want to continue to make a push over the.
Do you play PC console games? Yeah. I play PC games. No, that. This is a BO5.
Jez saw the trophy fly over the wall right there, so he knows they're still looking to make this push. He can continue playing the waiting game for the audio cue, but Pildora is ready for the peak and makes him pay. Washi peeks that right side, but still the shot's not connecting. And
Yeah, Washi died right there versus the Uzi.
So now they're forced off that bomb site. Badu's gonna find another. Raballo left all alone, and it's going to be a 1v4.
This meta is cooked, G.
The bomb is going to go down right here.
How's the SMG that Washi died by?
He actually wraps back toward lower mid right here, and looks like one person's still gonna stay, so should be able to get the audio cue. That's Badu. Raballo's got to win this 1v3 in the
I don't know why. I don't even know why he egoed that. So he kills that guy, runs back. You know, go run back on spite and reposition. Obviously, yeah, they're gonna have high ground, but that's better. It's better for you to do that than ego just wait or ego from what you just did. Like you shouldn't ego that.
Only need 2 more rounds, and fall-offs need a total of 5, a minimum of 4 to send us to overtime. Most place you want to be in. Slow and steady here for Mythic again. Good shots once again. And Bander's dealt with. The gunny is very much there for the side of Mythic right now. In an advantageous position once again.
I mean, if you're NA fall-offs and you were banking on the defense helping you out, that last round definitely was not a good sign, and losing that first blood makes things even worse. Jez, once again, makes his way really
Nice on your homework.
right
What do you mean?
It's just a question of if Mythic are going to over-aggress, but they have done a phenomenal job of staying at home in their positions and really letting the game come to them. We saw that on the pick that I believe Pildora was able to find. Washi finally going to find one right there. Only his 3rd kill of the game, but definitely a good time to find it. That equalizes things. We'll see if he's able to find anything else over here on B.
Yeah, you said this is really going to depend on what Washi can do. In this search and destroy for the side of NA fall-offs, and it just hasn't necessarily got going, though. Jez can find one in a second as well. Incredible from there to find Badu, but he does anyway. 4 versus 2 now in favor of NA fall-offs. It's a round they really do need, and is looking likely to head their way.
Ooh, big shots out of Shane right there. That's another kill for Jez. NA fall-offs able to clean up here on the defense. If there's a time to build some momentum, it would absolutely be right now. We're down 3. Gonna look to string some rounds together right here. Is last thing you want to do is face down an 0-2 wall against an Mythic squad that is looked very, very strong across the board. Band gonna sit back, wait for point of contact. Nobody here. A lot of mid-map presence for Mythic, though, as Badu makes his way forward. Don't think that nade's gonna connect, but potentially some information.
What's the decision here for Mythic? Lost another first blood. Pildora will answer back. Where did that nade even hit? I can't see the X on the map. Irrelevant of that. Oh, it's through mid-map. So they were ready for something happening over towards that side.
Is it Kirkman's start? Yeah. You just came back as this first match? No, this is the second match. Second series.
A lot of investment.
Second series, second map.
Pretty much nothing.
I mean, NA fall-offs have they have the information off that initial nade going out. Gonna pick up another right there. Just like that, they're up 2 men. So we said they need to go big on the defense. They've definitely got the advantage in this one. See if they can execute to close this out. Pildora should have audio off the slide right there. Rapala gonna slide and take the kill anyway. No trades to be found. Andrew wraps the corner and Shade instantly greets him. NA fall-offs take back-to-back rounds, and now only 1 round down here in the search and destroy.
Time to bring this one back. Much needed rounds. When NA fall off's away.
Has he been for a long time?
Extremely important.
I think he's just playing because he needs to sub in.
Trying to get something going here. Trying to bring in a little bit more aggression because the slow and passive approach has not been working. Indra, you get things up and running again. 12.
I don't think Ben is a starter. I think he's just subbing in because Emmy's not playing.
This guy's just new onto the roster, and you were seeing he's been filling the boots. And then some, by the looks of things. Shane just shuts this round down.
Yeah, I was gonna say check that out. Shane just whiff.
Hold on, Indra can find two now. This will be a 1 versus 4 if he can pull it off. Now left in a 1 versus 2.
Shane was in what looked to be a pretty simple scenario, but not able to close out the kill, and two players gonna go, or at least look to link up right here. And a fall offs holding
That's
the
nice.
cross, waiting for the
Yeah, Shane
there's
just
the shot.
almost
She
almost
connects once again. It hasn't been super consistent
whiffed
so
him.
far in this one.
Like he would,
Another
but
well-timed
almost cost
NA
him.
fall-offs take 3 straight rounds right here. The defense starting to get a little bit more locked in, and an opportunity for them to take the lead in this one, despite how shaky it has looked so far on Mythic. Gives it 1 player toward B, and I don't think they realize they've left the bomb in spawn, unless that is a strategy that I'm not aware of.
Maybe try and find a pick and then they can make a decision. Because right now things are starting to fall apart. Looks like we are potentially destined for overtime here.
I'm looking at this thing. I don't know if you guys saw, but Minecraft is adding a rideable ghost gas. Rideable gas. If you know what that is, then that's actually like really fun, funny.
And looking for that first point of contact. Indra doesn't want to get too aggressive, but they don't have a whole lot of options right now. So got 1 player lurking over on the B side. That's
This is the updated the folder.
Working with shotgun angles right now, so it's really pressure on to either invest some utility or get aggressive.
Nice.
And, oh my
Nice
gosh,
bait.
man had the angle, but shots just don't connect right there. So
I mean, he didn't have the angle.
At least the
He was just
positioning
checking it.
that they've got here on the A side is just a question of, are they gonna have the execution to be able to break through?
These guys are like
I
yeah,
was about to say, it feels like
basically gone.
ideas. Shane's been dealt with on. It's just a wonderful, wonderful push under the site. 1 player left here, and Jez, he will be dealt with. Washi can find 1, but now left in a 1 versus 4.
They left the bomb.
Wait,
they
they
left the
forgot
bomb.
the bomb. They forgot the bomb. They forgot the bomb. There's no way.
Oh.
They've got to find him. They've got to find Washi, and they do. That is nearly a disaster for on Mythic. But they just about get away with it.
Oh my god, I forgot that they left it in spawn.
I forgot they forgot.
And they forgot that they left it in spawn. Thank God that NA Falloffs didn't have any clue what was happening right there.
Bandit's playing the same spot? Bro, if he's playing the same spot, that they could like nade check that. That's a risk. That's a risk, dude. Like a China team would know what, take advantage of that, know that, and try to nade check you. They're just lucky it's NA. Because Band doesn't have nade. Band doesn't have a trophy right there. The trophy's over here. They could just nade check Band and he's done. China would know that and understand that and try to nade check you. GG's, you're cooked. Your spot is gone.
So you're gonna be ready for that if you're on Mythic. Massive round for both these two.
And dude, and he's playing in the same spot in this round where they could win 1 round and game is over.
That's actually going to be bad. He gets taken down. Washi has been quiet this game, but he will find first blood in a crucial round.
That was the round, yeah.
Slows that offensive push. This time around, they do have bomb in hand. It's going to be Indra right now, just.
That's the thing about NA. You can get away doing these dumb things.
And continues to hold that position, and you would think by now they'd figured it out, but they continue to try to push out.
Wait, the sniper's gonna clutch up. The sniper's gonna clutch up. One more right. Get this guy. Get this guy.
in a 1v3, and
if you kill Washi, if you kill Washi right here, you win the game.
But the bomb's
Or
down
Rabala.
top winery, and there's
Or
3
kill
people
both.
remaining. He has absolutely got to go. I don't know. There's
I think they know. Yeah, they know that. Okay, he's dead. They know. Unless he clutches up.
Information for Fox, but oh my God.
Hey man.
He almost does the impossible regardless.
I watch OEG.
Scores overtime.
If he would have turned to Washi, he would have died.
Why we didn't just
Washi would have
entry into
died.
that pool.
He was not gonna miss that shot.
You know, I guess can't be choosers, I suppose. Here we are, overtime. On Mythic on the defensive. They held at the beginning of their defense very, very well, but
Right, you keep mentioning the fact that you keep saying that NA is weak and all stuff, and you literally just said, not gonna lie, bro, this match is kind of boring. I literally said that. You're comparing it to CDM. Yes, if you watch CDM and go back to your own region, yes, the matches are obviously gonna be boring.
Very passive, Bobby.
Like, you keep bringing it up, like,
Looks like the.
and you're the only person bringing it up.
But I think
Just stop talking. That's simple. Yes, this match, dude, I watched CDM hours before this. Yes, compared to this, yo, yeah, I get it, yeah. I understand it. But I was watching CDM, the hardest, like, region, or China, whatever, same thing. We get it, bro, we get it. You don't have to keep spamming that this is boring. Don't watch it. If you think it's boring, stop watching. It's that simple. Click off it. Click off of this. Exit. Hit the exit button. Not that hard. You don't have to watch this. You don't. It's simple. Nobody's forcing you to watch this. You saw SPS NA is live and you click that button and you want to watch it. Like, just, bro, it's not hard to stop talking.
Needed offensive round right there, and now they look to flip back to the defense where they've looked so strong so far.
You're like that viewer when
An offensive round in overtime as well.
you're like that viewer that, you know, when a new game comes out, they like repeat, they constantly repeat, like, oh, this game is just like Humble, this game is just like this game is just like this game. It's like, we get it though. We see it. And just stop talking.
So once they got first blood, things were rolling very, very nicely, but that has.
What am I saying? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I understand it. You kind of said it. You kind of said it like 3 times. We get it. This is boring. We get it.
Been winning the race for Mythic in these attacking rounds.
Yep.
And he really said compared to CM, yes, stop you know, comparing it.
Staying at home,
We get it.
not overextending.
China is the hardest region for a reason, and they have their own tournament
It's gonna be
for a reason.
Badu.
They obviously have no idea what comp is. Yeah.
Crossing out of
I'm just saying, he was watching CDM earlier.
And if I had to guess,
Like he
they
said.
wrap back toward A or potentially a play through mid. Nobody really watching that mid side outside of.
Yeah, dude, I don't care about what region. I just, if I'm able to watch party the region, I want to.
Tougher it's gonna be for on Mythic to execute.
I like watch partying, regardless what region.
Yeah, very quickly running out of time. And may catch one through the middle of the map here. Timing just hasn't worked in his favor. Everybody onto the side. Rabalo can find one. Dakota is able to answer back 4 versus 4. Badu will find another in this quick push eventually.
Washi ban? The kill Washi? Oh, they're both weak. Time is OG supposed to play like
when they find a way into the site, when they find do something, it just feels as if they're waiting too long for those moments to actually come their way.
one of the streams have a schedule.
Really stressful. Well, it works whenever they've got the bomb in hand. Washi, who started off really slow, has absolutely played a factor in NA Falloff's getting back into this one. He's now at 11.
I wonder if it's 7:30 again. That's what I wonder.
And on the flip side, it's been the Pildora and Indra show.
It might be at 7 a.m. It might be at 7 a.m. I don't know.
Ban getting pretty far.
Or 3 a.m. I don't know.
On that mid push. It looks like somebody for NA Falloffs thought about throwing a shoulder. They at least get the information.
Actually, I got no chill. Dude,
be able to connect.
I got no chill on viewers that make absolutely no sense.
Bane Washi getting really far forward, but Indra has a complete read on this.
Like, when you make no sense at all and it's very obvious, I'm gonna say something.
This is 4 now.
I'm gonna say this again. That guy repeated constantly, like, he kept saying NA is weak, NA is boring. And he said compared to the CDM, compared to watching CDM, this is boring. Like, bro, we get it. You keep saying the same thing, it's not gonna change anything. That's not gonna make the game more, you know, entertaining to watch. Like, like viewers that just make no sense need to get taught, you know, a lesson on, like, yes, we get it. It's like, when it comes to moments like that, it's like, you know, you gotta say something, man.
Heading into this one is on Mythic, now an opportunity to go
Yeah, body shots, yeah.
And a big one at that. I'm curious if they be passive with these.
Like, I get it if like, you know, you don't know comp, yeah, no, all that stuff, but yeah, bro. They gotta lock in. Yeah, they gotta lock in, and I don't know. Also, like, Envy plays a huge part in this roster because I think he's an IGL. I think Envy is a IGL. If I'm right, I don't know.
Happy to hold this setup once again. You can see it's a little bit more passive on this A side.
Oh yeah, dude.
We have seen banned a couple of awkward positions.
I usually don't say anything, but some people need to get taught, you know, get taught a lesson.
Once again, when you've only got one sniper on
the Storm, yeah, I know. I'm just looking at the other viewers who are in my chat talking about that.
Ideally, you would like to find somebody
just stop.
to be that first point of contact with that winery entry, but they don't really have anybody to work with, so they're gonna get
yeah, that was huge. He didn't check that corner. Barbal got one more. Huge. Do they hear him? Oh wait, no, he walked. Is number 5 gonna come back? Why are you gonna be? Why are you going to be? Just go to A. Yeah, different regions have different playstyle stats and all that stuff, and CDM is one of the hardest online tournaments there is in CoD Mobile right now. Like,
one player wrapped toward top winery.
Yeah, I don't know why Shane's gonna be. Like, just go to A, bro.
With only 12 seconds left, you would think the end of the round should be soon. Nothing right here. Only 5 seconds. And at that point, he doesn't even have time to plant. So NA Falloff's bounce back and tie things up is once again.
It'd be fun if everybody used snipers in S&D, though.
Call of Duty Mobile.
Oh. I mean, this is such a tight game now. I think for on Mythic, it was just, I really like the setup actually from NA Falloffs, who are actually just going super quickly. On Mythic are not going to have a chance to set themselves up. They have survived this initial onslaught, but the first kill is going to be massive. Dakota,
huge.
Dakota,
Huge. What's up, Sheer Mode? That was huge. Now, that's like that could like a break momentum right there. That could break momentum. Like, is NA Falls gonna regain from that? Like, they didn't even get a chance to win that round. They didn't get a chance to win that round. Like, it wasn't even close. Now, is NA Falls gonna regain from that? Oh, that's huge pick. Is Washi gonna get picked at all? Okay, you got one. But he had a reload right there. Oh, they should lose this. Unless the flank is huge. Nice kill. Just died, damn. Yeah, they should lose this. Let's see. Or Ben. Did I say ball? And Ben. Oh. There you go.
Not gonna happen. Mythic. 2-0.
You know, got the score for this? Nah.
The strangest 2 rounds of the overtime that we had over the entirety of it. It was a 10-8 scoreline in the end in the search and destroy. For them to take that one away. A tight game. It always kind of felt like on Mythic with the team that were in control throughout the regular time. But after that, it was very, very tight and over tight. A couple of clutch moments from Mythic to get them to the
was, dude, that MG42 round is just like, they didn't even get a chance to like win. They didn't even get a chance to like shoot their gun basically. From right. I wasn't fully watching the thing, but let me see.
Soon more
chance to survive this initial onslaught, but the first kill is going to be massive. Dakota, Eldora,
Yeah, they only got one kill. They didn't even get a chance at all. BO5, yes. Mythic has to win one more map so they can win the series.
Not backfire, although it looked a little bit dicey. And despite a slow game from Salam, 6 and 13, Pildora 20 bomb in the.
Yeah, they didn't even care about.
Talking about how the match I was watching this morning had
It's a BO5. BO5.
Only fitting that
Best of 5. Look at top. Best of 5. There you go. BO5.
Into a crossfire control, which I already did not have a great feeling for on the side of NA fall-offs, especially as far as current preparation goes. I feel really confident.
I believe. I don't know who's IG on this team right now in this series or in this lineup, because I believe NB is the IGL.
It's very, I want to say it's streak heavy. Like, you know, if a team can find a nice break either way, you can put the opposition in a really nasty spot. So let's see how it is going to go down when we head over towards Crossfire. But I'm kind of surprised this is where we're at. But like, we've had 2 close maps, but on Mythic just seem to have that extra spark, right? We've seen it towards the end of the map number 1. They were able to contest towards P2 to make sure they could go to P2.
But here's the thing, like, if you retire these guys, then like there's no NA comp scene really.
It's hard to say. I think it's still been a very close series. It's gunfights here and there, and we could have actually seen fall-offs with a 2-0 lead, but now all of a sudden we're heading into a crossfire. You're 2-0 down, so let's see how things are gonna kind of play out here. I'm still not sure. Look, NA fall-offs could definitely bring this one back. We know they could. But with the way on Mythic are just finding that extra level when needed, it's feeling like a 3.
Like they're having a good NA Falloffs is having good matches with Mythic, you know? Like, what do you mean?
246, if I remember correctly. You go to overtime in the search and destroy. You have multiple opportunities where you close it out, and you're just not able to make it happen. So
why NA?
Obviously, it does.
It's because like I said, dude, you have like 5 like best NA players going to CDM and all that stuff, you know.
NA fall-offs are able to bounce back right here, but we knew coming into this one, this was a team that was largely.
And NA fall-offs is gonna look messy because they don't have IGL right now, or the IGL is not even playing because their IGL is Envy.
Go down in 3-0 fashion.
It will be, but I think that is probably credit to how good on Mythic have been as well. You know, they've really found their moments. We've seen highlight players from pretty much everybody on this roster as well. Everyone is very much pulling their weight. We should be heading into map number 3 in just a second. As reminded,
it's like game mode. Bro.
Here we go. Now, if you're on a fall-offs, well, have you fallen off? Have you not been practicing, or is this going to be it? Is this going to be the start of the comeback, or on Mythic gonna get a 3-0 statement win against NA fall-offs, which is what it would be, especially heading into challenge finals. You would make yourself a very, very hot topic of conversation across the CoD mobile community.
That's good.
Side of the pond anyway, Bobby, but let's see if they can get the job done. So far, not a great start. NA fall-offs with a really nice one though. They can push out halfway up the map. Restrict on Mythic here on this attacking side from
if you guys are comparing it to like China regional stuff, like East teams, like obviously it's gonna be like
to get that much presence over on the A zone. They already get 2.
Obviously, when you look at West teams, they won't. They're really not gonna seem better than East because East has a very developed scene and all that stuff.
At least as far as expectations go for crossfire control playing offense.
If NA got the same support as China, I think they could win champs. No, that makes no sense. No, that actually makes. Wait, are you talking about like? We mean support. Are you talking about like investment, like tournaments and all that stuff? Wait, is that what you're talking about? We mean support. Like, if you're talking about fans, no. If you're talking about like investment, like tournaments and all that stuff, then that's different.
I think it's for NA fall-offs. You just can't get wiped here. You get stuck in that spawn trap.
They switch one player? What do you mean?
Terrible place to be. They're winning gunfights. They continue to win.
Are you talking about NA Fall-offs? MB is not playing, and MB is the IGO of NA Fall-offs. he's not playing in this series because he's busy.
She can find one. They could
So,
get rid of
yeah.
Band as well. Knock
I
him
was
out.
today,
7 versus 13.
today episode of Soul. I wasn't busting, bro.
Quick, this round in the wrong way. NA fall-offs in a commanding position now.
We talked about the dominance of the HSO 405 and CDM. It's coming out right here for Dakota, and they're looking to close this life lead. He's going to be able to find 2 and makes his way in towards spawn, but does get read by on Mythic. So now 4v8.
Where's OM base of Mexico?
And NA fall off still have to be very careful with this as they look to make their way forward.
So why you guys want to win? Because the scene was in early development. People don't know this, bro. The 2022 and all that stuff, the scene was in early development. So, like, yeah, the scene was like early development. What is it? I believe in 2022, China was not even practicing champs rules. They were not practicing champs rules, like the rule set. They were having persistence. They were having I don't know VTOLs, but they were using persistence and all that stuff. Like they were practicing the rank rule set in their tournaments. So we had a slight advantage of like rule set and all that stuff.
And that War Machine gone to waste could not have been any worse on
People gotta understand this, man.
Into next round, you're at a disadvantage as well.
Like you gotta like see this stuff, you know?
Pull out this round as there's only 7 seconds. They've got to go. They push forward, not going to be able to find the gunfight. Through 3v1, 3v0, Salam. The Pred is earned.
Yeah,
they take the
dude, 2022, the competition wasn't hard as it is now. 2025, China and all that stuff, CDM, they are practicing champs rule set. The format, though, the game modes rules is different. They practice nine rounds and all that stuff. That's different. But the rule set that they're playing is champs. Like, you cannot use persistence and all that stuff. That's what they were using back in 2022. They were using persistence and all that stuff. So it was kind of like slight, you know, our advantage because NA, we were practicing champs rule set. Once the champs rule set was released, we were practicing it.
Get hands on anybody. Jess dealt with almost immediately.
There's this Type 63 isn't banned. No, it's not. It is allowed.
Pretty quickly. 55 seconds remaining. That's a few kills going their way. Band is going to just be sitting in an awkward spot.
Yeah, everybody. It's been 3 years. Everybody approved.
So I'm now going to invest. Sparrow is out.
2023 was a year that everybody like improved and trying to use champs rule set in their tournaments, and they just got better.
Oh no, this could go sideways quickly, especially with the Salam with the Type 63 in hand, and there go the operators. The life lead has been blown wide open. Now 12 between the two, and they continue to farm. Salam's going to be able to find yet another, as what was a close round is now.
Oh, it looks like a yeah. The Mexico players are good, bro. Dude, the LAN scene is good, bro. When Mexico got moved to NA, to the NA region, I knew teams like this is gonna like, you know, join NA, or like, I knew Mexico teams were gonna come to NA and like, you know, be something, you know.
Objective ticks locked in, and they're gonna lock things in right there. They are one.
Like I knew when Mexico got moved to NA, there was gonna be more teams and harder teams.
In the blink of an eye.
Is there any hope for NA? We mean hope.
They got a 4 or 5 down. It was the Sparrow kills that came through over towards that A side, and they just smelled blown in the water. They run forward, and then all of a sudden, it was just a dangerous spot to be in if you're NA fall-off.
Dude, I don't know why everybody's looking at NA from like 2022. Dude, we're in 2025, bro. The scene is super developed, improved from. Like, the east side is super, like, improved and all stuff.
Big kill to shut that one down. 24-21 in favor of On Mythic as far as the lives are concerned. Defensively sided, as mentioned, with 2-0 up. This is cruise control right now for On Mythic.
Yep. There's such a nasty spot for Salam to lock things down with the Type 63 as well. Pildora Quick scope from up in the top of the map, and the spawn trap ensues once again. Sparrow.
And this guy's missing sparrows. He could have got so many more kills. He was like messing with the sparrows.
Are in farming mode. Up
I mean, there's just no way.
12 lives right here. Dakota's gonna find another 2.
I mean, it's just no way. Indra has been towards this back spawn for what seems like a lifetime. The 10 kills down now if you're side of any fall-offs band. Washi can start to combine together though. It takes one good wipe to get something going in control. Good shot's going to come in there as well from Robalo.
No, they go to lower bracket. Okay, there's this.
For the side of any fall-offs. They keep continuing to find kills here, Bobby.
I kill feed, yeah.
You know, 2 different fronts. There hasn't been an answer from On Mythic until that from Celeb. Can he find anything else? He cannot. 13 versus 8. It was 20 versus 10.
No, he knows somebody's on point. I mean, I guess he saw England. Never mind.
Close a gap like this. Wait, Shane could be the game changer right here. He's still got that Tempest in hand. Band's gonna
Shane's gonna die if he stays in his spot. I was gonna say, yeah.
6 as Robalo finds one as well, but Dakota's still yet to be dealt with.
December, yeah, December's gonna pop off. He's still near him, looking over there.
They have to be. Jez and Washi are the first to do their jobs. 6 versus 3 still in the favor of On Mythic. With
Oh, shotgun user there.
You kind of go if you're on Mythic right now. Band is the only one left. Has to pull off the 1 versus 4. He's left all on his own. There's not much he can do. On Mythic.
Were they supposed to play, but was busy? I mean, MV. They're RGL. MV's the RGL. MV was supposed to play, but he was busy. He was doing stuff. Are guy like OUG and Seoul represent China and champs? No. Dude. Listen. God like OUG, or OUG is China. OUG is the China team, and they are representing China in champs. Godlike and Seoul are representing India in a China tournament. Okay? But when it comes to champs, they are gonna represent, they're gonna qualify through India region, okay? Godlike and Seoul, okay? But they are just playing it in a China tournament because they got invited to play in a China tournament, you know? OUG is a China team though, representing China. So when champs comes around, they're gonna qualify through champs slots. When what is it? When champs comes around, Godlike and Seoul are gonna qualify through India slots. So yeah.
Mythic winning it wasn't out of the question, but doing it like that.
Rabala always sucks crap online, but when it comes to tournaments, he's getting cooked. I mean, he does it as a joke.
Playdays very seriously. They made sure they had all of their ducks in a row. And
I don't think you understand Rabalo.
It's not an easy series. I mean, 4 seconds in the Hardpoint, OT in the S&D. I mean, that was
because Ranmaze got, but yeah.
Such a well-fought battle for everybody at home.
Rank Warriors rarely beat Ultra Pros. They're a Mexico team. Mexico teams are good. Rabalo's a troll. People still get it. Yeah, it is the same thing, bro. It's the same thing as like bagging Rabalo. They're good. They get so much hate because they're trolls, but it's so funny to fool people though. So I see it. You know, you get people like that.
Jump in, at least feel more confident than this one as ARP.
Who do you predict to win it all?
I don't know. Especially with On Mythic.
I mean, Challenge Finals is gonna be a different.
I believe the majority of the roster is from Mexico, maybe.
A different, like not format, but
they needed to be more prepared in this one.
We gotta wait and see Challenge Finals, I guess. Mexico, baby, yeah, Mexico, bro. Like I said, Mexico is gonna have good teams, you know? I knew when this happened, when Mexico is gonna be in NA, I knew there was gonna be good teams. Because, dude, Lion players are good players. Like, some of their mindset and some of their talents is better than NA's. I knew this. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna first the raid real quick. Let me open another tab real quick. Yeah.
challenge finals. Our top 8 teams in the region.
Let me see who's streaming. If there's anybody streaming. Vegas is streaming? No, Vegas is not streaming still. There's no way.
Quick succession, actually, as well. I'm really surprised that I think.
Oh, he's actually still streaming. Yeah.
Matches of teams who have come through those games with wins. You would have
Wanna rate
expected
him,
it to definitely be a little bit more competitive. The first one, I suppose, you know, we did expect that could happen. But
Honestly, we have a good chance of not having a single team from NA.
But you still lost 3-0. Nobody's
Who knows? Possibly. It could be, dude. It could be just straight up Mexico teams coming from NA slots. Who knows, man? But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. You guys have a great night. Make sure you guys eat, drink something. Go enjoy Veg's stream because I'm gonna rate him. And yeah, man. Peace out.